DJ Autism.
Just nice, white noise. Just nice, white noise. I'm here excited, you like it automatic. I just wanna keep me on repeat and hear me cry.
What's up, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to a brand new video. In today's video, Gran Turismo 7, I'm gonna try to do one of the newest weekly, or it's not really weekly, it's like bi-weekly, I think. It's like every 2 weeks they change. Regardless, it's an online time trial with a leaderboard. But instead of just going for the leaderboard, I'm just gonna try and get gold, pretty much. I don't usually try to get gold on all of these. I kind of just hop on. It's a really easy way to like make money every now and then. So I just kind of hop on every now and then. I'll do these. I'll get like 1 or 2 laps in. I'll get silver and then I'll just leave. Like I just won't really like try again. I'm happy with getting a mil from each one of these, which is basically what silver gets you. And that's it. You know, I just move on and that's it. But this time, we have to do a whole lap of the Nordschleife. That's a really sick one. I've already done it and I've already gotten silver, but I wanted to see if I can maybe turn this thing into a video. Maybe try to see if I can go a little bit faster than before. And see if somehow, some way, I'm actually able to do anything here. So as you can see, I've only gotten 1 gold. I've got 4 bronzes, I think. Some of them I just gave up, really. You'll be able to see at the top of the screen. And then most of them are pretty much silvers. Because like I said, I don't really care about doing these in gold. This is the one, by the way, with a Suzuki Swift. As you can see, gold, you need 832 to get gold. 842 is silver. I got an 840. We can go 8 seconds faster. Oh, I can definitely go 8 seconds faster. I just kind of don't really bother with it. And you have to do it with a very specific car. This time, it's a Suzuki Swift from 2017. It's a fun car. You have to rent it. Well, I don't know if you have to rent it, but I think you just have to have it. But I'm gonna try my best and see if I can somehow, some way, get this gold in. I need to go 8 seconds faster. There's so many places where I've just made mistakes and I haven't driven as fast as possible. So I need to try and maybe do that. Traction control also off because I keep turning it off in the thing and I keep forgetting to turn it like off completely. Okay. So let's try and see if I can improve here. I feel like the first lap is not going to be that great, but we'll see. I also hope that there's a replay version of this so I can show you guys obviously the exterior, because this is pretty much how I'm going to be driving the entire time. I'm just going to try to be as accurate as possible by being in bumper cam. There are some corners on this where I feel like I can take much better with, well, I think most of the corners, if not every corner, I can take a lot better in the bumper cam. So that's why I'm staying in bumper cam right now. I just feel more accurate driving like this. It's this and HUD cam, but like HUD cam doesn't have my revs displayed like this. Like I want the dials up on my screen, which you don't have if you go into bumper cam. You just have that little like slider that goes across your screen, which you can see it now. Okay. I don't know how slow or fast I'm going right now because this is my first attempt. Since obviously I've done it the last time, which was a few days ago. But I have to try and see. I want to try and see if I can beat it. Here I just have to... Probably didn't even have to lift it, but I lifted just a little bit. The whole thing with the Suzuki Swift as well is it's got really soft suspension. And it is on sports tires though, or sports mediums, so that's not too bad. I just need to kind of keep my speed up. Obviously I can't go off the track because it flags my time, so I can't really have any crashes. I can't grind off all the walls or anything like that. I literally just have to drive as well as I possibly can. So again, smooth is fast here. Smooth is fast. I need to not do anything crazy or stupid. I can cut a little bit, just as long as I don't have all 4 of my wheels off the track. I think I'm perfectly fine. Okay, this one I kind of know. I have to go a little wider here like this. So I can set myself up for the next corner, which is that. Foot planted down. Again, no traction control means I will get a little bit of understeer, so I just have to be careful with the way I'm accelerating. Just basically put my power down when I'm facing mostly in a straight line. I said we are on sports tires, so this thing is kind of alright with grip. Just... it was not 100%. It's also not a very powerful car, so I don't really have to, like, worry about... I don't really have to worry about too much about, like, slipping. I just want to have... obviously the most amount of grip through all these corners without understeering too much. Which I think I'm fine. Tiny bit of understeer there. And there as well. The suspension is so soft, man. It's so funny driving this thing. So funny driving this car. The fact that it puts down an 8-minute time is pretty impressive though, I'm not gonna lie to you. What, 130 something horsepower? I think it's the tires, honestly. I think if this was on comfort tires, which is basically just regular like street tires, you know? These are kind of like a mix. They're like... sports tires are usually definitely a lot more like performance tires, you know? They're not full-on racing slicks, but they are definitely performance tires. So if this came on like if we had to drive this thing on the actual comfort tires that this car actually comes with, I feel like this is gonna be much slower. It's gonna be a much slower time and a much worse time driving this thing. I just feel like it'll slide everywhere. It doesn't matter, oversteer, understeer, lift off, whatever. It'll just do all sorts of it. Or all sorts of slipping. It's about as fast as it can go though. 100 and something miles an hour. I am going slightly uphill though. This whole section is slightly on an incline. So that's why it's not really accelerating anywhere, even though I have my foot planted. It is struggling to go uphill. It's fine, we're getting close to Carousel here. This is just a funny, just a thing to try out, you know? Not too bad, I think. I think I slow down just enough that I can make it around that corner and then kind of go flat out on the way out. I'll keep it in third here because I think second I might just full on slip, so had a tiny bit of slip in third there, but I also did go off-road. I kind of came out a little bit early, I think. But this is my favorite section of the Nordschleife, this whole part here. The only problem is I have to do it in a very crappy car. We'll tap the brakes to get the front end to point in, and then just go on power. Yeah, it's a very, very nice section with some lovely roads to drive on. The only problem is this thing sucks. Like, it's nice when you're doing it in a really good car, but when you're doing it in something like this, it's not really that impressive. You're kind of just hanging on, really. Come on. I feel like I'm a bit slower than what I was before. I feel like I was super aggressive the very first time around when I did this. I feel like I'm going to be much slower than an A40. Hopefully not. Hopefully it's... I'm not jinxing myself. But I don't think I'm going to be 8 seconds faster. I think I'm actually going to be a little bit slower. I may try just a few attempts of this, but I just wanted to kind of make a video just to showcase how funny this is. Doing this challenge. Every now and then I do love to hop on Gran Turismo. I think it's like, as a track racing game, this is so nice to play on. It's got all the maps that you want. It's got so many different types of cars. You can build them in so many different types of ways as well. It's just such a complete, like, track racing game. Okay. 7:12 by this point. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. feel like, I don't know if does it take a minute to do the entire straight to get to the start finish line? Maybe. Yeah, the only thing now is that there aren't any corners, but this is also not a very fast car. So let's see if I can complete it in less than a minute. Oh god. This is nerve-wracking. This is nerve-wracking. I don't even have, like, this is my first run of the day as well. I don't have any sort of, like, markers to tell me if I'm going faster or slower. I don't have my ghost up either, so... This first run is... I'm kind of doing it a little bit blind. Okay, come on. We're halfway down the straight. 30 seconds left. Yeah, this is gonna be slower. This is gonna be like an 850, I think. I feel like I went a bit too smoothly into the corners. I played it a bit too safe. Come on. I'm definitely not getting gold. That's not actually too bad. I thought I was going to be so much slower than that. I had to restart. Trying to go as fast as I possibly can. So I'm obviously cutting some of the corners and going a tiny bit onto the grass. But as soon as I clip it with like basically all 4 wheels, then it's over. Like, I have to restart because my lap is just completely ruined. So I'm trying to, like I said, cut the corners just a tiny bit, but as soon as I clip the grass with all 4 of my wheels, it's over. With 2 wheels I can go off. Two wheels is perfectly fine. It's not all 4. Which means I need to slow down a little bit for some of those corners, be slightly less ambitious. Well, what I'm looking for. The other thing is that I don't have a thing up on the screen now where it basically says how slow or how fast I am in each sector, because I restarted instead of like finishing the entire lap with a flag time. It's the only thing I really don't have up right now. But I think the only way we can really like now gauge it is how fast I am compared to my ghost. Just seeing how much that ghost falls behind. So we will see how good or how bad I do in this lap by trying to obviously leave that ghost behind. I messed up the entry to that corner. I went in a bit too fast, so I think we're not leaving that ghost behind just yet. But it's definitely behind us. I'm gonna assume it's maybe like, what, a second behind? That was much better entry than the last time, I think. I think that's a much better exit than the last time as well. I feel like I went a lot faster. Oh yeah, definitely. I can see the little arrow. Little yellow arrow on the minimap. You can see it falling behind more and more. So I'm definitely doing something right though. Tell you that. Come on. Careful about going too fast. I think that's good, right? I need that little yellow arrow to just fully get off my screen. soon as it fully leaves my screen, then I know I'm fast. Oh, it's disappearing. That is off my screen. Okay, now we have a pretty significant lead. How much of a lead? We don't know. That's the only annoying part, is we don't actually fully know how much of a lead I actually have compared to my Ghost. Because the sector times aren't being saved. Or they're not being compared. But I had to restart. I made a mistake about halfway through. I was like, I'm not going to finish up like this lap with a flag time. There's just no point, you know? You can see it again on the top right if you want to have a look at the Ghost. You can see it up there. I think the goal is to get that Ghost to be basically the entire length of the arrow behind me. So basically an entire yellow arrow should be shown up on that screen at the top right. Top to tail. That's when I know I'm properly fast. That's when I know I made a big difference. That was better than the first time. It was the first time I came out a bit early, didn't I? A little bit too soon. Come on, keep the speed up, keep the speed up, keep the speed up. Keep the speed up through the corners. Nice. Just full on lift off oversteer. Just start sliding into the corners. Doesn't matter. I'm absolutely hammering it along, by the way. Come on, come on, come on. I did say I love this section a lot, and I can go faster on it. I just didn't know if throwing myself into the corners like that is the best way to do it, but apparently I am making a big difference by doing this. I can see that arrow, that yellow arrow being left behind at the top right of my screen through this section, which is a very good thing. That is almost an entire little yellow arrow being seen at the top right. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Is that enough? That is the question though. Is that enough of a lead? It's definitely 4 seconds faster, so I think I'm gonna be faster than before. It's definitely not 10 seconds though, I'll tell you that. It needs to be about 10 seconds faster. We're at 7:30 here. We were at about 7. Ooh. Oh, I don't know. I don't know actually now. It's still not an entire full little yellow arrow. I can still see like the tip of... I can see where my car is. That is not 10 seconds behind. That's definitely at least 4 seconds though. So I'm gonna be, I think, slightly faster than my current record. Because the run that I had before was what, like 8:44 or something like that. So I think now it's definitely gonna be like an 8:39 or something. 8:39, 8:38. Hopefully, though. Hopefully. Just be clean here. Don't go off the track. Don't go too fast. Okay. That is definitely quicker. 8:37. Well, no gold for me, but that was still pretty fun. I need to drive a lot better if I want to actually get gold. I did another, like, basically 2 laps just to try to see if I can improve. I mean, I've improved by a lot, right? Because the very first one that we did was, like, what, 8:44 or something. And then, obviously, the next full lap from start to finish that I ended up doing, obviously, with making a lot less mistakes, I managed to improve by, it was like 7 seconds or something like that, which is a big improvement, really. But even over my original time, I still ended up improving by quite a bit. So that was an interesting lap. It was fun. It was something where I kind of had to concentrate, but at the same time, I wanted to try and make it as interesting as I possibly could. I feel like you guys just watched the bumper cam is gonna be a little bit boring, so I ended up actually changing it up so you guys can see, you know, the replay as well of the car itself driving around the track, so you don't have to actually watch me basically do just a regular driving around the track from bumper cam, even though I'm gonna try and maybe splice some clips in together like that. Regardless, that's pretty much it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you want to see more videos like this on the channel, then of course subscribe, like this video if you enjoyed it, and that was just a bit of fun that I wanted to have on GT7 by trying to go a little bit faster than before, really. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the Suzuki Swift. I feel like it's just, it leans so much, it floats around so much. I don't mind front-wheel drive cars and they're sick, but when it's completely stock, it just, I don't know. I just have a bit of a problem with driving it around completely stock. But yeah, obviously the more I drive it, the more I get used to it. But I'm not gonna do like a bajillion laps to try and get gold. But whatever, you know. I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye, everyone.